We got New Mexico going on the road to take on Air Force. It's a 5 p.m. Mountain Time game on CBS Sportsnet. For New Mexico, uh, going on the road to take on a tough Air Force team. 3-7 on the season, only 2-4 in conference play, uh, but still dangerous for a New Mexico team that's 4-2 in conference play. They cannot afford to drop this game to a team like Air Force with 2 weeks left. New Mexico comes in this 3.5 point favorites. The over/under on it's 56.5. After a close game against Colorado State last week, where the Lobos came out on top, 17-20. They are so close. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, a team that they should beat easily in Air Force. A tough team, but they should beat them easily, especially with the news of Liam Zarka most likely being out for the season. Uh, you cannot drop this game to them. You have to see this game as the roadblock in the Lobos' path, where if they can get past this, they take on San Diego State for Thanksgiving, at home, with the chance of winding up in a Mountain West title game. That's big for New Mexico fans, for the program, for Jason Eck in his first year. They really just need to get to that point. They cannot lose this game to a team that's been beat up the past few weeks. This Falcons team, they like to stay in it, stay competitive. They like to they maintain playing their football, and though it hasn't turned out the way they'd like, they got some crucial upsets against San Jose State and Wyoming that have sort of altered both their seasons. New Mexico doesn't want the same thing to happen to them. Coming off of a bye last week, maybe that's an excuse for sort of their slow start and sort of lazy play throughout, but they need to be on track and ready to go for this game. I think there's enough weapons. It's going to be tough for Air Force to contain, whether it's Bankston or McKinney, if it's Scottre Humphrey, if it's Keegan Johnson or Dorian Thomas. I think there's enough weapons for that Lobos offense to just keep Air Force on their heels all night. I think there's room to sort of pass all over this Falcons team. I think they'll be able to run effectively. In the past few weeks, it's been the offense for the Lobos that's sort of been their crutch for them. I think the defense has played incredibly well, gotten better and better every week, pressuring quarterbacks and limiting big plays down the field. Now, probably the biggest weakness has been special teams. They've given up some big plays on special teams, mostly on punt returns and kick returns. Fielding the ball in play and fair catching it correctly has been crucial for the Lobos, and has led to them getting horrible, field possession or muff punts and a turnover going the other way. So I think special teams, they have to really tighten up in a game like this. The bad news, if Zarka is out, he was their sort of do-it-all kind of guy. Kemper Hodges came in to play quarterback through the final minutes of the UConn game last week, but it's where do they go from here? Now they're going to have to rely on Owen Allen and Dylan Carson twice as much as they did before. If anything, the Lobos have proven that they can score very quickly, and if Air Force can't match that score for score, they're going to find themselves like most of this season, sort of down early and trying to claw their way back, and there may not be enough time with the way they run the ball, to come back in this game if they get down early, 2-3 possessions. A team that, oddly enough, averages about 31 points per game. The Falcons do. They're 0 on the turnover ratio. They play mostly clean football. As for the Lobos, they're about 30 points per game. They're minus 11 on the turnover ratio. It's just these mistakes that would have them on top in most of these games by a much more favorable margin, but they find themselves sort of playing down to their level of competition, and the games have been a lot closer than they would want them to be. As for the Lobos, Jack Lane has been just questionable at times in the way he takes sacks, the way he's pressured, the way he doesn't utilize the read option to his advantage. In other times when he's taken advantage of keeping the ball in these options, he's scored touchdowns. He's gotten huge plays downfield. When he can get the ball off quick enough, it's come up with some big plays. Jackson X, near the top of the lead in Mountain West for tackles. The defense has been playing really good. of late. I don't think they're going to be really the question mark in this game. To me, how effective is that offense is, and can they light it up on Air Force and just can keep it up consistently? Not let off the gas from start to finish. This game has so many implications for the Lobos and how they end up in postseason play that I'll go into it in a different video breaking down all the Mountain West teams. But this is a crucial game that they can't slip up against Air Force. It's New Mexico going on the road to take on Air Force. It's a 5 p.m. Mountain Time game on CBS Sportsnet. Be sure to check this one out.